For centuries, humanity had strived to prove itself worthy of a place in the Galactic Empire. The ancient civilizations that formed the empire boasted unimaginable technologies and histories that spanned millennia. Earth, a young and inexperienced player on the galactic stage, had to fight for recognition. But Marcus Kane, Earth's first ambassador to the Empire, had secured the Treaty of Unity, a document that promised Earth protection, technological exchange, and shared prosperity. The treaty had been humanity's crowning achievement, and for a time, things seemed to flourish. Earth's colonies' new worlds like Arcadia Prime prospered under the Empire's guidance. Human scientists exchanged knowledge with alien experts, advancing medicine and technology far beyond anything humanity had imagined. The future appeared secure, and peace seemed inevitable. However, not all was as it seemed. Beneath the surface, resentment brewed among the alien species. They viewed humanity as an upstart, the youngest of the galaxy's members, whose very presence in the Empire was a result of political maneuvering rather than merit. Whispers circulated that Earth was not truly accepted but tolerated. Marcus's closest allies shared his optimism, but even they could not ignore the undercurrents of disdain. Commander Riley Voss, Earth's military leader, understood the weight of their position. She had seen the scars left on the frontier colonies, especially on Arcadia Prime, where resources promised by the Empire never materialized, and trade routes were stretched thin. Dr. Linera Patel, an exobiologist and diplomat, was perhaps the most hopeful of the trio. She believed in the potential for peace and cooperation, but her faith was tested when Arcadia Prime was attacked. Raider ships, equipped with advanced weaponry, assaulted the colony. Thousands of lives were lost in the brutal attack. As survivors pleaded for help, the Empire remained silent. Riley coordinated the recovery effort, risking her life to save what remained of the colony, while Marcus stormed the Empire's council demanding answers. The council's response was cold and unyielding. Humanity serves the Empire's greater interests. Sacrifices are unavoidable. At that moment, Marcus saw the truth. The treaty was a lie. Humanity had been betrayed by the very empire they had trusted. They weren't equals, humanity was expendable. The gravity of the betrayal hit Earth hard. But amidst the loss and despair, there was one unyielding truth: humanity would not be shattered. Marcus called for a meeting with his closest allies, Riley Voss, Dr. Linera Patel, General Andre Hallstrom, leader of humanity's military forces, and Lieutenant Kara Saeed, a brilliant strategist whose unconventional tactics had earned her respect. "We've spent years building trust with the Empire," Marcus said, his voice steady but filled with the weight of disappointment. "But now we know that trust was misplaced. We've been used." Riley clenched her fists, her jaw tight. "They'll regret underestimating us. We'll fight. We can't stand against the Empire with conventional forces," Kara added, her eyes scanning the data on the holographic screen. "We need something more." And that was when Marcus revealed humanity's secret weapon project Horizon, a cutting-edge defense initiative developed in secret for decades. At its core was Aegis, an AI system that could coordinate entire fleets, analyze battlefields, adapt strategies in real time, and make split-second decisions to maximize efficiency. Humanity had always known that they might be forced to fight, and Horizon was their safeguard. Dr. Patel explained the technology's purpose. "We designed Aegis to defend against galactic threats, but against the Empire, it will be our greatest weapon." With the Horizon technology in place, Earth's factories were swiftly converted to military production. Humanity's warships, drones, and adaptive weaponry began rolling off the assembly lines. Riley led military drills, pushing soldiers to the limit as they prepared for a war they could no longer avoid. It wasn't long before the Empire made its move. Above Earth, the Empire's armada appeared without warning, led by the dreadnought Eclipse Prime. The flagship, towering and imposing, was armed with enough firepower to destroy a planet. Admiral Veeler, the cold and calculating commander, saw humanity's defiance as little more than an annoyance. In his mind, it was time to remind the humans of their place. "Prepare for planetary bombardment," Veeler ordered from the command center aboard the Eclipse Prime. His voice was devoid of empathy. On Earth, the alarm sounded, and the capital went into lockdown. Marcus and Riley were already in the command center, monitoring the incoming threat. Kara was coordinating from the tactical unit, the battlefield map flickering in front of her. "It begins," Riley muttered, her voice tinged with a quiet fury. Marcus's face was grim. "Activate Horizon. Let's show them what we're capable of." As the first wave of plasma blasts and energy lances struck Earth's orbit, the Empire's fleet found themselves facing an unexpected defense. Earth's orbital defense platforms, augmented with Horizon technology, intercepted the bombardment with pinpoint precision. Adaptive shields absorbed the plasma bursts and redirected energy into devastating counterattacks. Imperial cruisers buckled under the assault, their shields failing as humanity's newfound power became undeniable. On the ground, the Horizon control drones were unleashed, swarming into space and targeting critical Imperial ships with surgical precision. Kara barked orders, coordinating the battle with unwavering calm. "Swarm Gamma, focus fire on the dreadnought's left flank. Swarm Delta, disable the carriers." For the first time in a long while, Admiral Wheeler felt doubt. He watched his fleet struggle to respond. "This isn't random," he said to his officers. "They're coordinated." It was a moment of shock for the Empire. Humanity was no longer a weak, insignificant player, they were a force to be reckoned with. Despite the victory in Earth's orbit, the battle was far from over. The Eclipse Prime had begun charging its planetary annihilation cannon, a weapon capable of destroying entire cities with a single shot. Wheeler stood at the command center, his hands clasped behind his back, watching the preparations with grim satisfaction. "They can delay their fate," Wheeler said, "but they cannot escape it." In the command center, Marcus and his team worked quickly. "We can't let that cannon fire," Marcus said, his voice steely. "Aegis," Kara spoke, "what's the best course of action?" Aegis's synthetic voice filled the room. "Target the energy core of the cannon. The Resolute Dawn is equipped to carry out the strike." Humanity's flagship, the Resolute Dawn, powered up its cloaking systems and slipped through the Imperial formation. Riley piloted the ship, guided by Aegis's real-time data, weaving through incoming fire from Imperial fighters. The crew of the Dawn moved like a well-oiled machine, coordinated by Aegis. "We're locked on," Riley's voice came over the comms, a hint of determination in her words. "Firing EMP payload." The missile streaked through the void of space and hit its mark. A massive explosion tore through the Eclipse Prime, the annihilation cannon exploding in a brilliant burst of energy. The shockwave sent Imperial cruisers tumbling into chaos. The remaining Empire ships, now without leadership, retreated. Marcus, his voice calm but filled with conviction, broadcasted a message across all frequencies. "To the Empire, you betrayed us. You underestimated us. Humanity will never kneel. This is our home and we will fight for it." Humanity's defiance sparked a revolution. The Alliance of Free Worlds was born as oppressed species across the galaxy rose against the Empire. Rebel factions, once small and scattered, coordinated their efforts and began striking Imperial outposts. Whole fleets defected to the side of freedom, emboldened by humanity's victory. As the Alliance grew, Marcus worked tirelessly to unite these disparate groups under one banner. Riley helped train new fighters, turning isolated rebellions into a unified force. Humanity shared the Horizon technology with their allies, leveling the playing field in ways the Empire never expected. Admiral Wheeler, now humiliated by his failure, was determined to stop humanity and its allies, no matter the cost. He began reassembling the remnants of the Empire, rallying loyalists to restore the power they had once held. But a new threat emerged from the ashes. A faction within the Empire, known as the Phoenix Order, began to organize in the shadows. Led by Zara Icarus, a former high-ranking Imperial officer, the Phoenix Order sought to resurrect the Empire, but this time with an even more ruthless vision. Zara believed that the galaxy needed an authoritarian ruler to restore order and stability, and she saw humanity's rise as an affront to the natural hierarchy of the universe. The Phoenix Order was more dangerous than the Empire had ever been. Using remnants of Imperial technology, they struck quickly, sabotaging the Alliance's supply lines and assassinating key figures within the Resistance. The Phoenix Order believed in survival through strength, and they were more than willing to do whatever it took to restore their version of order. Marcus and his team were faced with an enemy more cunning than any they had encountered before. Zara's vision for the galaxy was terrifyingly clear, a return to Imperial domination, but with a new order of absolute control. The final confrontation came when the Phoenix Order launched a direct assault on Earth. The Alliance was now spread thin across multiple fronts, and the Phoenix Order knew this was their chance to cripple humanity once and for all. With the fate of Earth hanging in the balance, Marcus, Riley, and their allies made a last-ditch effort to stop Zara's forces. They infiltrated the Phoenix Order's stronghold, aiming to cut off their power and disrupt their operations from within. The battle was fierce, but it was clear that the fight for the galaxy's future would not be won with strength alone. It was a battle for ideas, for the very soul of the galaxy itself. In the final moments of the war, Marcus faced Zara Icarus on the battlefield. She offered him a simple choice: join her in rebuilding the Empire or watch it all burn. Her vision was one of order, control, and power, the very things that had led to humanity's suffering. But Marcus, with the support of his allies, rejected her offer. "We will not kneel to tyranny. We will build a galaxy where freedom reigns." With the Phoenix Order defeated and Zara captured, the Alliance of Free Worlds stood victorious. The galaxy had changed. Humanity, once a footnote in the Empire's history, had become its liberator. In the years that followed, Marcus Kane and his allies worked to rebuild the galaxy, establishing a new order based on justice, equality, and the unyielding belief that all beings, no matter their origin, deserved a voice. The Empire's legacy was erased, replaced by a new dawn of hope. Humanity's fury had not been about destruction, it had been about freedom.
Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe the channel for more videos like this.